Hi learners, good evening. Welcome to Unified Study. Here we are doing paper 1 analysis for shift 1 and shift 2 of 8th of December 2023. Very good evening to all. Yes, very good evening. Yes, so today I'm just going to give you a review of paper 1 analysis of UGC net happened on 8th of December 2023 Unified Study. This is Thulasi. The learners who are new, kindly do subscribe the channel. And today let's go for the review of both the sessions. So first session is an shift 1 and shift 2. Both the sessions I have taken you the question. So in the first session, the question the question has come from Bloom's taxonomy. So Bloom's taxonomy is a CAP, right? A CAP theory, that is cognitive, affective and psychomotor. These three domains theory are there, and with respect to that one they asked a statement based questions, right? And they had a question from curriculum studies, and that was also a statement based question. Yes, welcome you all. And then next we had a question from John Dewey. So John Dewey is a philosopher of learning theory. So we are all getting questions from learning theory, John Dewey, right? And we have got a question from Daba's model. Daba's model is a information processing model that we have in teaching curriculum development. Okay, we have a question curriculum development, and that focus emphasize on planning of instructional strategies. Okay, the main of Daba model is planning of instructional strategies. That is Daba's model. Yes. Instructional strategies. Okay, if I want to plan a curriculum, means how the instructional strategy can be there in a teaching. It was the model given by Hilda Taba. Okay. Yes, and we had a question from learners theory. This time, see all the questions in all the shifts. As now 6 shifts has been gone, and they are focusing main on statement based questions, right? So statement based question, how to attend, you may have a question, right? See, attend statement based question is knowing the concepts is very important, right? We can't go and attend the exam just like that, as we need to attend a statement based question, and assertion reason questions has been asked many, and to attend all these questions we are supposed to be clear with the concept. Okay, so see, when I want to apply a statement based means whether you have to say true or false. When I talk about the assertion reasoning, what you have to understand is the logic between the assertion and the reasoning. With that only we will be able to say whether it is true or false, right? Here statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false, like that, true or false based on. But when it comes to assertion and reasoning, it talks about the logic, whether the assertion has been right with the reason or not. We have to tell with respect to logic, right? And we had a question from, in the shift 2, we had a question from classroom learning, and we had a question from evaluation. So when I take evaluation, we have formative evaluation, we have a summative, we have a diagnostic evaluation, we have placement evaluation. And the last year, in the June, they have asked many questions from like authentic assessment, portfolio assessment, and their peer assessment, right? And they have asked question from ipsative assessment. So these are all the different types of assessment and evaluation that been asked last time, and now they have started to ask question from evaluation. So far in the last four shifts there's no question from evaluation, so that they have started question in evaluation. So those who are going to attend the upcoming next examinations, kindly please concentrate on evaluation. So you may get question from these types of evaluation. Formative means what? During the course happening. Summative means what? At the end of the course, like semester exam. Diagnostic means was to identify the problem, to give a remedy, that is diagnostic. Placement means what? Before getting into the course, whether that particular learner is ready to do that course or not. That is placement evaluation. And these are all called assessments: authentic, portfolio, peer, and ipsative. Authentic assessment is you might have some skill. When it comes to real life, whether you is able to apply it or not, it is an authentic assessment. Portfolio means what? If a student is there from the childhood to a age, right? He may be having a skill and he would have been collected the skill with that particular domain, and when it get enters into something, yes, its portfolio will be assessed. How the progress has been grown, it will be assessed there, and that we call portfolio assessment. Peer assessment means that we do with our in our schools would have done, right? Exchanging our notebook and getting correct our notes, right? And that we call it as peer assessment. Ipsative assessment means I have done a test before. Now I have done a test. So I compare my score with the previous score, right? Whether it has been improved or not, right? And that score called ipsative. So these are the questions we can get. And Kahoot is the learning tool, right? Learning platform, and they are asking questions with the tools like Kahoot, Mentimeter. Kindly go through last attempt. We have questions from Kahoot, Mentimeter, quiz, right? And we had a question from Padlet, right? Digital board. And yesterday also they asked a question from Information Bulletin. They have asked a question. So kindly go through the current trend evaluation tools and digital things, right? So these are the questions you can expect from teaching aptitude in upcoming examination. Prepare yourselves to face these statement based questions in our Unified Study YouTube channel. In a playlist we have covered the learning tools, we have covered evaluation, we have covered, right? And we have covered the learning theories clearly, and we have covered the Bloom's taxonomy clearly. Kindly go through these things for the upcoming examination we have given along with the PYQs. And next it comes when research aptitude means they have asked question sampling. So in sampling we have probabilistic sampling and non-probabilistic sampling. Probabilistic sampling means everything has an equal chance of getting participated. Non-probabilistic sampling means what? We cannot give equal opportunity. That is called non-probabilistic. This is simple, stratified, systematic, and cluster. This is snowfall, convenience, judgment, and quota. In our playlist, we have a separate video for sampling and the types of research, and a marathon session. We have covered all these things. Kindly go through types of research before the net exam begins, right? We gave a detail of types of research in 2 slides we have given. Kindly go through and just have a look of types of research. And then we had a question from software based questions with respect to research, and they've asked question from referencing, that is APA and MLA and Chicago. With these they asked a question, so kindly go through these things, right? And they asked a questions from quantitative research and qualitative research. Very very important, quantitative research and qualitative research. That is based on the types of research, quantitative and qualitative research. Statement based questions being asked. And shift to they have got a question from plagiarism level based question, right? The levels of plagiarism. And we had a question from reliability and validity. Reliability talks about what? It talks about the accuracy, and the it talks about consistency. It talks about the consistency, and validity talks about the accuracy. Consistency means anytime I did the same research, I should get the same result. That we call reliability. Validity means what? Whether that tool is valid to do that research or not. Whether that tool is valid or not. Right? This talks about the accuracy. Clear? Right? So this is about the questions we asked, been asked this shift to. And with respect to communication, they are asked questions from classroom communication, long-term memory. We have got a question in communication, right? And in the shift 2, right, we have got a question from Buddhism context of communication and Adi Shankara on communication. See, later they asked question on Buddhist context on communication, and now they are asking Adi Shankara on communication. And you have also tried to go through the types of communication. That from that also we are getting question types of communication. Okay, right? So they are mostly covering statement based question. They are covering assertion reasoning question and match the following. And they are asking question like A, B, C, D, and E, and out of which they are giving option, right? Like this 3 and 4, either A, B, C, or C, D, E, or A, C, D, or A, D, E. See, when we get this kind of question, what we can do is we can do the elimination technique. That will be very, very easy to apply, right? Elimination technique means what? If I look at the questions, if I see that, say example, if you have understood that the A option will not come, if you have got the question, if A option will not come, simply you can eliminate all the things where we have A. So we can go with a single option, right? This is what we call elimination technique. So you have to be very clear with the concept. You have to be very clear in observing the things, right? And that we call it as what? These are the techniques that we can apply in an examination, right? And a similar type in match the following also we can apply the same technique. If you identify one answer, if it was there and the only one option means we can select, right? So this is how we can do these kind of question very quickly. So if you get match the following question, these kind of questions means we can do it very quickly with 100% confidence, right? And then next move to logical reasoning. So in logical reasoning, we got a question from Nyaya based question, right? Nyaya based question, that's Pramanas, right? So they have got a question from Pramanas, and we have got a question from a fallacy. We have again and again repeating, we are getting fallacy based question all the time. Kindly go through the fallacies which we have here in the playlist. Please go through fallacy, formal fallacy and informal fallacy. Formal fallacy and informal fallacy we have given very clearly with an example. Kindly go through these two fallacies. In the description we will give the playlist link so that you can check the videos, right? And they've asked question from analogy. Analogy means comparison. Comparison means when you get like, as, right? When you get these kind of words means then we call it as analogy statements, right? In Nyaya based philosophy they've asked you questions. For that we have to be clear with pramanas, and that in pramanas we have six pramanas, six knowledge, six ways of getting knowledge, right? That perception to shabda. So kindly go through that. And then this is nothing but the Indian philosophical schools. Sorry, this talks about the philosophical schools, okay? So in philosophical schools we have Nyaya, Vaishika, Yoga, Samkhya, Uttarmimamsa, Purvamimamsa, Vedanta we have. So in that they ask question from, especially from Nyaya philosophy where they asking you question. And in the evening shift we have got a question from fallacy. We have got a question, okay? We have got a question from fallacy, and we have got a question from that's equivocation. Exactly, they have got question from equivocation. We have got a question. So you can kindly go through again. I'm telling you equivocation. And another question from Indian logic. We have got a question, okay? Indian logic we have got a question. So these are repeatedly, when we see all the things we are repeating with the fallacies, okay, right? Next one is mathematical reasoning. With respect to mathematical reasoning, in shift 1 we have got question from number series, and in shift 2 we have got coding and decoding. See, with respect to coding and decoding, what we have to remember is that A to Z, right, in form of 1 to 26, and Z to A in form of 1 to 26. You can write it down anywhere in your paper, and you can check the pattern, right? By checking the pattern you can identify what pattern is being there hidden inside, right? Good evening, Mohammed Shakil. Good evening. Very good evening, right? And also they have asked question from repeatedly we are getting questions from profit or loss, compound interest, average, and we are getting question from ratio. Yes, very very important, ratio we are getting questions, right? So if you are aware of data, I mean the percentage ratio concepts, right, then you can able to do it very easily. And in unified study app, right, we have a separate thing for data interpretation. There we have applied all these techniques of ratio, average, and all these things, right? If we understand this concept means, then definitely we'll be able to do data interpretation and also this mathematical reasoning. Two in one we can able to do, right? And in shift 2 again we have got a question from profit or loss. We have got a question average. We have got a question, clear learners. And they asked a question from train, that is speed and distance. Speed and distance we have got a question, okay? So repeatedly we are getting questions from number series, coding, decoding. So kindly go through all these things in a playlist of paper 1 playlist. Here in unified study we have a playlist for paper 1. There is a playlist. In that playlist we have for all these things, for important, the most important concepts, right? The most important concepts have been discussed there in the playlist, and it was been there Kindly go visit, it will be very useful to you. And shift to one of PDE, People Development Environment Protocols. Very, very important. See, both the shift they have asked questions from protocol. That too, especially they are asking question from Kyoto Protocol and Montreal Protocol. So Kyoto Protocol is what? You can remember KGF, right? KGF means what? It is Kyoto. This is greenhouse gas, right? Kyoto, it's a protocol. G is the greenhouse gas. And Montreal Protocol is for ozone. It is for ozone depleting substances. ODS, we will say how to protect the atmosphere by controlling the ODS. Okay, from ozone. And there they have concentrated on the depleting substances like CFC, right? CFC, SF6, and all those things they have been covered. So that is under Kyoto Protocol and Montreal Protocol. And they also see in all the shifts we have getting questions from protocol, ozone, CFP, that is greenhouse gases, right? Ozone protocol, we have two protocols, two layers. That is, one is tropospheric ozone and stratospheric ozone. Tropospheric ozone and stratospheric ozone. This ozone is said to be very harmful, right? Here it is be very harmful, and here it is said to be a good ozone. These are all things being asked in a statement-based questions. And they have a question from Environmental Protection Act of 1986, right? It's a statement-based question they have asked. And with respect to climatic change, they've asked a question. With respect to climatic change, when we go means we have to be known with the conventions like UNFCCC, right? United Nations Framework for Climatic Change Convention, which happened in the year 1992, right? Under this, we had what? Paris Agreement and a Kyoto Protocol. Paris Agreement and the Kyoto Protocol, they both worked on greenhouse gases. This we have to be aware of so that we can get any kind of questions there. We can get a question from here, and this is now come from UNCED, right? So either we can get question from this convention by the year or the agreement of Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol. Inside Kyoto Protocol, we have the commitment period and Paris Agreement, right? So these kind of questions we'll be able to get the question, right? And shift to also we have got the same type of question from gases, all these things, right? Right. And when I move to ICT, repeated question is from hexadecimal conversion. Repeatedly, right? In 6 shifts, I think so. We have got this question in 5 shifts. In 5 shifts, we have got a question from hexadecimal. Okay. And number system conversions, and we have to be aware with memory, right? See, yesterday there was a question from the arrangements like bit, nibble, KB, MB, GB, TB, PB, EB, right? So they have asked a question from this memory arrangement, so that you can go through these memory arrangements. We can also get a statement based questions here, right? This you get study under the memory storage unit. Okay, we can study under memory storage unit, we can study. And also we have got a question from the devices, input devices, modern input devices also been there, so you can also go through this one, right? So after this TB, PB, EB, we have a ZB, YB, and we have a Bronobite. Okay, and we have Bronobite and Geobyte. Bronobite, and we have Geopbyte. Okay, right? Okay, this you can easily remember like this. KMG. Oh my god, right? Oh my god. Of instead of O, you can remember as K. And then you can have TPE. As a teacher, you should have a good personal effectiveness, right? You have to be very effective. So teachers' personal effectiveness you can remember. And then you can remember as ZB, YB. ZB, YB. Okay? Yes, ZB, YB. ZB means what? Is Zeo. Can remember in this way. Wait. You can remember in this way. ZYB. Okay, ZYB you can remember easily. You can remember the order. In the front we can remember bit, nibble, and KB. Bit is nothing but 1, nibble is nothing but 4 bits, right? And they've also been asking question from memory hierarchy, register. Here comes register, here comes cache, here comes main memory. Okay, here next comes the secondary memory. Okay, and this shift, the morning shift, they asked question from Blu-ray and CD-ROM. Blu-ray and CD-ROM are all secondary storage devices, right? They are called secondary storage devices. Those who are new to the session, please kindly do like the session. Yes, thank you so much. And Blu-ray and CD-ROM are all statement-based questions that we are getting. So kindly go through and see. This time they asked question from e-learning and video conferencing and learning apps. They asked question in ICT-based questions, right? Right. Next one is with respect to higher education. Again, here one question has been repeating. That is the university. That too with respect to post-independence. Here in an app, we have separately given for post-independence, pre-independence, and the ancient independence, right? Sorry, ancient universities, right? All the things we are getting question from post, pre, ancient, right? From all of these things we are getting questions. So please kindly go through all these kinds of topics like post, pre, ancient. We have a separate unit there, separate playlist, plus sorry, video is there for post independence and pre-independence and ancient universities. And here they have asked a question with respect to sequence, university commission sequence they have asked. Okay, university commission sequence they have asked, right? So we can and then they have asked a question from NEP 2020. That's been a twisted kind of a question from statement based question. And they've asked a question from Wood's Dispatch, right? Wood's Dispatch in the year 1854. And followed by that they had we had the university establishment of it is 1857, that is MBC, that is Madras, Bombay and Calcutta. And they asked question from Vedic education. Vedic education we had a question. And then again here also we had a question from Buddhist education, right? Buddhist part, how the education was being gone. It was a question from Buddhist education. And we had a question from Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon is the Governor General at the time of 1902. And he has been a main person to create a college act, right? Inter University Act 1902, right? 1902, and it came into force year 1904. So he worked on universities policies, universities formation and all. He worked on. Lord Curzon has been worked, right? 1902. There's a statement based question has come from this higher education part and comes to very important point, DI and RC, right? So when we take DI and RC in both the ships, the RCs are easy, right? Both are very easy. And as comparative to the last 6 ships that has been happened, right? RC was no problem, it was very easy. But where the problem and the difficulty comes here is with respect to DI. That too with the DI, what's the problem is it's time consuming, right? That's the main problem. For doing the DI in the examination, we need to practice a lot. So that will be the major parameter that we require as a candidate of attending a NET exam. Try to practice as many as DA as you can. Many of you, as many as DA. Many of you can think, no, I will be concentrating on my major paper. I'll be getting more score. Very good then. But the first paper will be always a trump card for you to get eligible. Please have that thing in mind. Paper 1 will be a trump card. That too, this DI and RC will be like it'll be like the major parameter which boosts your score. If you get the 20 marks right here, definitely you'll be having an opportunity of getting a JRF or right or net. So those who all wish to pursue your research, right, please kindly work hard to get this DA and RC right. You can do with your scholarship. It's more than nearly 40,000 you're getting will be getting a scholarship, right? So kindly learners who are preparing uh, completed your post graduation, you're just preparing yourself for your research, right? Kindly get qualified in your net with JRF. That will yield you a very good experience with a very good financial support it's going to give you. It's not for joke fun at all, right? UGC is awarding with a very good fellowship, right, to do a research in a very reputed institution. Only thing that we have to do is we have to work hard for a 6 months of time, right? When the students who are doing a post graduation, the students who have completed their education and they wish to go for research, can please kindly do concentrate on these things. Definitely you'll be able to clear. DI is meant only main of practice. We need practice, right? So for practice, here in Unified Study app, we have a separate playlist. Last time when we are practicing the course, right, we did nearly 36 plus DIs practiced regularly. Daily we practiced, right? Daily we practiced one DI, one day one DI, and one day one RC we did, right? With that skill, definitely you will be able to get practice to the DA. See, DA is not of this time consuming. Why happens means it happens because we have not practiced. That is the main reason. When you take DI in all these 6 shifts, they are covering percentage. They have taken ratio. They have taken average. These are all the concepts that is coming around, coming again and again in all the 6 shifts. It has been happened till now. Okay, so please kindly don't take it for just like that. It is very important. This 2 marks, each and every 2 marks is going to give you your JRF. You'll be missing your JRF or you'll be getting your JRF. So that's in your hand. So how you prepare this DI matters a lot. You can check it in the playlist of Unified Study app. There we have done 3 YouTube channel. We have done 3 DIs, and in the app we have 36 plus DI. Right. So please kindly go to the YouTube playlist, check the DA, how it has been done. In that way, we have done in our app daily, one day, one DA we have done. Okay, so my main concern of the students who are going to do your examinations, going to be appear for examination from 11, 12, 13 and 14. At least in these 2 days, try to practice DA and then go. And that to practice DA in terms of ratio and percentage and then go. Definitely it will be helpful to you to crack your examination, and also with respect to reading comprehension. Right, so that is going to help you for sure to get your examination clear. Okay, both the things are from the percentage based question, both the things are said to be moderate, both the things are time consuming. Okay, so this is my kind obligation to all learners who are going to appear for the upcoming examinations from 11th onwards. And additionally, I just would like to add you and give you a glimpse of what are all the topics that you would just have to go through. Okay, we have to go through in all the important topics. So far they have done 6 shifts, right? So in the 6 shifts, what they have asked is, see, they have asked in the teaching aptitude, they have got questions from the teaching characteristics versus learner characteristics. They have asked a question, and they have asked questions from methods of teaching, right? Methods of teaching, we have got a question. And we had got a question from learning theories, and we have got a question from evaluation. Today we have got a question. Okay, evaluation, we have got a question, and we have got a question from the tools. When we take research aptitude, means we have gotten questions from types of research. Please, types of research, it's very easy to answer. Kindly go through the I will say posting the playlist link here in the description. You can check it out. It will be very easy. With 2 pages we have covered all the types of research, right? Kindly check it out. And they have asked a question from ethics, and we have got a question from bibliography and references. We have got a question, and we have got a question from sampling. Yes, sampling, we have got 3 shifts. We have got a question from sampling, we have got a question, and we have got a question from plagiarism softwares. Kindly go through the plagiarism softwares. And then we have got question in DI and RC. Please kindly go through percentage ratio based questions, repeatedly asking. In these 2 days, try to practice, right? And then DI, after we have RC, is also to be easy. Just practice of doing the reading passage. It's of just of understanding, so try to do it. And logical reasoning, very very important. Square of opposition, we get a question. Fallacy, we get a question, right? That is AEIO, right? Logically equal statements, right? In fallacy, formal and informal fallacy, we are getting question. And we are getting question from Indian logic, we are getting a question. Indian logic, we are getting a question, right? And in one shift, we get a question from blood relation. Also, we have got a question. Blood relation, we have got a question in the 6 shifts, right? And kindly go through all these things, right? And with respect to data interpretation, I have told you. And with respect to mathematics, very important. With respect to mathematical reasoning, we have got question from profit or loss, number series, and we have got question from coding, decoding. Coding, decoding, we got a question. We have got a question from time and work, right? And we have got a question from CI, compound interest, and ratio proportion. We have got a question, right? So kindly go through mathematical reasoning, these things. In our playlist, we have for each and every separate topic, we have a video. Please kindly check. And with respect to people development environment protocol, we got a question. See, I am repeatedly telling you, go through these things. Short question will come, right? Protocols, CFG, ODS, MDG, SDG. That's all. If we cover these topics, right, definitely you'll be getting question. In the last week, in the revision session, we covered all these things. Try to cover all these things. Definitely you'll be having a question from that one. And we had questions from pollutants, And ISA we have got a question. ISA also we have covered there. Kind to get the updates, right? ISA we have there. Get a question. And with respect to higher education, right? With respect to higher education, we are getting question from. I go to the next slide. One minute. 1 minute. With respect to yes. With respect to higher education, we have got questions from commissions. Commissions, we have got a question. And we have got a question from NEP. Okay, a commissions means post pre, and also ancient universities. We are getting question. Ancient university, we are getting question. Right? Ancient university, we are getting question. Vedic education, Buddhist education, we are getting questions. Right? And we have got question from. G20 summit, yes, very important. G20 summit, current affairs, that been a question which happened in India in the September 2023. It was been happened, right? From this we have got a question. And with respect to ICT, very important, number conversion, we are getting question. Kindly go through number conversion. And we are getting question from bits, right? Memory storage, so bits, bytes, KB, MB, this order they are getting questions. And we can also be asked in this way, like KB means 2 to the power 10, MB means 2 to the power 20. This order can also be asked. Kindly go through the videos of ICT in our playlist where we have described everything, right? GB means 2 to the power 30 bytes, right? Is being given there. And we have also got question from RAM ROM. Very important memory based questions we have been getting from RAM ROM, right? And hexadecimal, repeatedly 5 times it has been asked. Okay, 5 times it's been asked, right? And a question from printers, we are getting questions. So overall, these are the questions that been asking so far in the 6 shifts. So those who are preparing themselves for the next 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, you can concentrate on these areas so that you'll be getting a better idea of preparation. And you can also visit the playlist where you'll be getting enough content about all these things, right? So hope this video will be useful to you. Those who are new to the session, please kindly subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And you can also watch the playlist for more videos, and we'll wait for the announcements regarding the next batch for the upcoming net exam, and also for the set examinations, right? We have many set exams set to come. So soon the notification will be posted here in the YouTube, and the PYQ sessions will be organized especially for set examinations. Here come, we are going to have WB set, we are going to have K set, and we are going to have MH set, right? So for all these things, we are going to give you exclusive PYQ sessions from for these things. The announcements will be let you know soon, early. So kindly we keep in touch with the Unified Study YouTube channel. Please subscribe so that you will be notified with the videos that we are posting here with respect to the examinations, right? Thank you so much. See you all. Bye bye. Tata.